Let me get the calls here. Sean, Virginia, you're on the Wilkow Majority. Hello.
Hey, thanks for taking my call, Andrew. Yeah, I just wanted to bash Rick Perry a little bit here. You seem to be talking him up. You know, he is the one that approved the NAFTA superhighway. He's doubled the government of Texas. He's also was I think it was Al Gore's campaign manager in the 80s, and the guy murdered a bunch of Texas girls issuing out those Gardasil shots. I think you've been listening to Fox a little too long, Andrew. I do appreciate, you know, your message for the most part, but Rick Perry is not the man. He's an empty suit. You know, he talks about the Federal Reserve being.
All right, why don't we get to why don't we get past the Rick Perry bashing and tell me who you do like? Ron Paul.
You should know who I like, just by everything I've just said. I mean, Rick Perry's been talking about.
So Ron Paul. So let me get this straight. Ron Paul is your unicorn, and if you don't get your unicorn, you're going to take your ball and go home.
No, that's not it at all. That's not it at all. You're not letting me finish. I mean,
I'll let you finish.
Everything that you're talking about here, everything we're talking about, hold on. He's the real deal. Ron Paul is the real deal. Ron Paul is talking about the Federal Reserve because of the correct reasons. Rick Perry's over there saying, oh, it's almost treasonous. It's not almost treasonous because of the quantitative easing.
So, slow down. You're going to run out of breath here, okay? This is not the will you slow down? Calm down. Sean. You don't have to talk till you run out of breath, okay? I got it. Okay? I got it. You don't like Rick Perry. That's fine. This is not the anti-Ron Paul radio program here. I like Ron Paul on some things. I don't like him on other things. There are no unicorns.
You got me a little excited when you start. You know, you talk about conservative small government and things like that, but then you.
So let me get this straight. Unless I'm bashing everyone but Ron Paul, I'm no better than any other hack sellout Republican because I dared. I dared. I mean, who the hell am I? I dared to not say Ron Paul 3 times. I didn't light my candle and say 30 Ron Pauls before I came on the air. So therefore, I'm totally.
You're saying that. I didn't once say anything like that. I'm just, please, be honest about who Rick Perry really is.
Okay. What did I do that was dishonest? Just tell me. What did I do that was dishonest?
It's not what you did that was dishonest. You just were not forthcoming with the real story of Rick Perry.
Well, because I was talking about how he's firing up the liberals. I wasn't getting into the nuances of his policies. We were talking. All I did, sir. All I did was point out that he is on the radar of the progressive left. They are now out there saying, when I talk about, here we have Al Sharpton talking about how it's time to not get caught sleeping and you better load up because he's bringing it. You've got this Andre Carson guy talking about the Tea Party wanting black people to hang from trees. I didn't say one word one way or the other about Rick Perry other than he's got on the radar of these progressives and they seem to be scared by him. And you're calling up telling me that I...
No, you were saying now he's looking like he's the front man in the Republican Party.
He is.
Bragging about what?
Well, I didn't brag anything. Sean, hold on. I didn't brag on it. This is what we have here is a failure to communicate. Okay, what we have here is a failure to communicate. And if you hear me talking about anybody but Ron Paul, then you're going to call up and start. He is moving to the front of the pack of the Republican field. He already has. That's not me doing that. I'm not orchestrating this. I'm just calling it from what's happening. Thank you very much for the call. It's almost like some of these Ron Paul supporters are like the Branch Paulinians. They're like in the compound. Ron Paul comes on this program. Rick Perry's never come on this program. Ron Paul has. So has Gary Johnson. I put libertarians on this program all the time. And where I disagree with Rick Perry, I will tell you I disagree with Rick Perry. Between saying that he's moved to the front of the GOP field, which is true, and then he's got the progressives all crazy and up in arms, which is true, how is that an indictment on Ron Paul? I'm sorry, there are no unicorns. I have no unicorn, and I don't worship anybody. You're right. I don't have a candle in my office that I get down on one knee light and say 30 Ron Pauls before I come on the program. I don't do that. I don't do that for anyone. 1-866-95-PATRIOT.